It's almost Thanksgiving. Let's make a turkey. 2 turkeys, 3 turkeys on a big green egg. In today's video, I'm gonna show you how to make turkey 3 different ways. The first one, we're gonna cook regular, but we're gonna remove all the skin and set the seasoning right onto the meat. The second one is gonna be a spatchcock turkey, a favorite amongst turkey enthusiasts. And lastly, we're gonna make the dreaded frog turkey. It looks so cool and it cooks so evenly. So last week, we did a great turkey with a white wine gravy. Super fancy, super nice, and excellent. Today, I'm gonna show you 3 basic ways to make just the turkey alone, because there's all kinds of different ways to do it. But these are my 3 favorite ways. I find they turn out the most moist and the most delicious turkeys that we can make on the grill. First thing, let's talk turkey. What I have here is I got 3 Butterball turkeys. They're about 12 to 13 pounds each. But the reason I got a Butterball is because a lot of people like to brine their turkey. Well, guess what? Butterballs are basically a pre-brined turkey. All right, so you don't have to worry about going through that whole other process the day before. So if you want to save yourself some time and some work, get yourself a Butterball turkey. Don't believe me? Just listen to all these liquids in here. Now the first one I'm going to do is very controversial in the fact that everybody says, oh, one of my favorite parts of turkey is the skin. Guess what we're going to do? We're going to rip the skin right off of this. That's right, we're going to rip the skin right off of it. So my favorite barbecue place in Florida, one of my favorite places in Florida, is called Smokin' D's Barbecue up in St. Augustine. What they do is they take the skin off the turkey and apply the rub and seasoning right onto the meat itself. It creates so much flavor. One of the problems that I always have with my turkey is no matter how crispy the skin, no matter what, when I go to carve it, that skin just wants to pop off of there and doesn't want to stay on. By doing it like this, we're going to have seasoning on every single bite of meat. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. Let's go ahead and get started. Let me show you how to do it. Now these babies are loaded with liquids like we just found out. So I'm going to use this little tub here. I'm actually going to pop the sides up just one level so that we don't lose it all here, okay? And the cool part is it says here it's an easy open bag. So let's see if it really is. It says to put one finger here, and pull. It really was that easy. How about that? 1 second, we got a bag. No knives, no scissors, no anything. Just turkey. All right, so what we want to do is make sure all our liquids are out of said turkey. Once it's empty, reach inside. Oh, turkey neck, great for making stock, save it. Also good for gravy. Now, in order to do this, the first thing we want to do is take yourself a nice sharp knife. I like this one, actually, my boning and fillet knife. So what I want to do is I'm going to actually leave the skin on the legs and on the wings, but I want to cut it off the entire breast. So I'm just going to kind of cut down in between here, cut down, I'm going to cut towards the back because I want to leave it on the wing itself as well. Don't apply too much pressure because you don't want to cut through the meat. We're only looking to remove the skin, not the meat. Now what I like to do from here is to kind of flip it over, okay? So we're going to kind of want to bring it down here and take off all of this. We're going to take all this excess off here. So start from here, okay? Just going to run it along. And there it is. I couldn't find that pack of giblets before. There it is. Okay? So we're going to continue to cut. And you can see where it reaches the meat here. Just kind of go right along the meat and just take just the skin off. Then we're going to do the same thing to the other side here. So we have this nice flap here. Flip it back over. Then we're going to do the same thing. Right between the leg and the breast. Now what I like to do from here is just kind of put my hand up underneath the skin and separate it from the breast meat. I know everybody's freaking out right now. He's pulling the skin off the turkey, the best part. I promise you, it's gonna be one of the most flavorful turkeys that you've ever had. Now we've got a skinless turkey. Like I said, I left the skin on the wings, I left the skin on the legs. Okay, you can pull that off if you want. I don't feel the need to, but you can save this. Cook this alongside your turkey or save it and dry it out. Turkey skin chicharron, basically. Yummy. When it comes to seasoning, your options are limitless, really. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna use this from my buddy Chef Jay, Jason Morse. He's actually the official chef, barbecue chef for Ace Hardware stores. So, pretty cool. He's a great guy too. He makes his own line of rubs. This one is called CLUCK. What else? It's a poultry rub. Now this is just me, but when I get a rub or something like this that doesn't have a shaker top on it, I have these little ones by Cambro here. So I just like to fill this up here, pour the rub right into here. It's got a simple, easy shaker top, snaps right on. Now, we can season our bird, and we're just gonna shake it on. Cover that skin. Skin's nice and moist, so it sticks really well. You can also, push it onto there, make sure it's adhering well. Now that one's all seasoned up, so let's set it aside. Our next method is gonna be spatchcocking. And by what we mean by that is we're gonna take it, we're gonna cut the backbone out of it, and it's gonna lay nice and flat. So get yourself a good pair of shears. I got these from Messermeister. They are awesome. If you wanna see it from this side, start here and just cut right alongside the backbone, all right? Right along here. So what you can see is we cut right alongside the backbone here, okay? Now we're gonna do the same thing to the other side, nice and simple. Again, you're gonna get to some tough spots when you get to a little bit thicker rib bones. Just kind of work your way through them. And there, we have a fully removed backbone. So I'm gonna cut this little tail piece off right here, all right? Just snip there, okay? And you'll notice right in here, we have our breastbone, okay? I like to take my knife and just kind of notch it a little bit. Because what we're gonna do now is we're gonna flip this bird over. We're gonna put all our weight on it. You hear that cracking sound? That's that breastbone breaking that we just talked about, okay? So now we've got beautiful, flat-laying turkey. And what's gonna happen now, it's gonna cook far more evenly. You got one basically thickness, so it's all gonna cook together. Once you've got it laying nice and flat like that, if you'd like to, you can kind of cut a little hole in this flap of skin right here. See this flap of skin? Just cut a little hole in it, okay? And you can put your leg bone right up through that now, like that. The other thing you can do, take your wings and simply just shove them up kind of underneath the bird there. It just kind of holds it in place better. Now there we have a perfectly spatchcock turkey. Last thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna hit it with some duck fat spray and season it. All right, I'm gonna use the same seasoning, Chef Jason Morse's. Now what we're doing here is instead of oil or something like that, I'm using duck fat spray. It really, really helps that skin crisp up nicely, okay? So just give it a light coat. It's also gonna help the rub adhere to it. So we take our same little bottle of seasoning we have here, and we're gonna load this baby up. And there, folks, is a spatchcock turkey. And last but certainly not least, the frog turkey. Ribbit, ribbit. Why do they call it a frog turkey? Just you wait and see, you'll see in just 1 minute. This one's also really simple. Now you can use a knife or you can use shears, okay? Because we're gonna do a little bit of cutting. This is really simple. It simply involves cutting in between the breast and the bottom of the turkey, okay? So you're gonna go between right above the leg and just start cutting right in here like this, okay? Just like this, just cut straight back. You're gonna cut through some bones. Now we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna cut right along the top edge of the leg here. We're gonna cut into it like this, okay? And what's gonna happen is that if we did it right, which I think we did, we should be able to just flip this over, okay? And then push down. Push down real hard. There we go, okay? Now we have what I like to refer to as a frog turkey. Again, same thing here. I'm gonna trim this little bit of extra skin off. I don't like that there. It's unsightly. We don't want an unsightly bird, okay? But the other thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take these wing tips off. In order to get it to sit right and to have the full effect of the turkey, we gotta really push down on the back part between the legs and the thighs, okay? This way we can kind of splay it out like that. And look at that. Now you can see why they call it frog turkey, because it actually looks like a frog sitting here. Pretty cool, right? Now for this one, same thing. We're gonna do the same simple seasoning. We're gonna spray it down with the duck fat spray, then we're gonna season it up with Chef Jay's CLUCK. And now that we're all seasoned up, let's go light the grill. Today, I'm gonna do something cool. We're cooking all 3 of these on one grill. I got my new 2XL egg over here. We're gonna cook all 3 of them on there at one time. Now I know you may not have a 2XL. You could do one at a time, but for this purposes, we're using the big boy. Now to start the 2XL is no different than any other size egg. Okay, we're gonna take a Butterball. We're gonna put 2 starters into our Butterball. We're gonna close it up and simply drop it in. My favorite way to light these is with our grill torch that we sell here. Okay, just so you know, all items I'm using in these videos, there's a description down below with a link. Now let's take a look what we have here, okay? This is all used charcoal. This is from a previous cook. All I'm doing is reusing that charcoal. So we're gonna put a bunch of it right over the starters. Okay, you can see it's all half burnt here, all right? So that we get a nice fire going, light up our charcoal. Now I want a light hint of smoke, so I'm gonna use our new FOGO apple chips, all right? I didn't soak them, you don't soak them because that just creates steam. I'm gonna take chips, I'm gonna kind of place it around the fire, not directly in it, around it, so that as the charcoal burns over the first hour or two, it's gonna catch these chips and just give me a hint of smoke. All right, our charcoal is lit and burning nicely, so we're gonna go with an indirect method, which means we're gonna put this deflector in here. Okay, I have 2 half-moon deflector plates, but by indirect, if you're not sure what that means, there's no flames directly under the food. There's a deflector in there, so the flames are underneath the deflector, the heat comes up around and does this, which reminds me, when you're making your turkey, remember, it's the same as cooking in your oven. Use the same temperatures. Just be careful, it may cook a little quicker. These tend to work almost as a convection oven. So as you're cooking it, it's gonna cook a little bit quicker because of the airflow. The airflow's gonna flow up around the edges and come back around your turkey and make it cook just a little bit quicker than it would in your oven. Now, the big question is, are all 3 turkeys gonna fit on the XXL? Let's find out together, shall we? check our temperatures. I'm gonna put a meter into each one of these babies, right in the breast, right near the bone, but not touching the bone. Good night, turkeys. All right, FOGO family, while our turkeys are cooking, let's talk about something near and dear to my heart. Christmas! That's right. Have you been naughty this year? Well, if you have, check it out. Our Santa's bag of charcoal. Pretty cool, right? What's that? You want to win one? Okay, well, let's do a giveaway. How about this? You go below in the comments and comment turkey, turkey, turkey. All right, that's it. Just comment turkey, 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 and you'll be entered to win a bag of our black bag premium charcoal in its own Santa's bag of coal. Have you been naughty or nice this year? Tell the truth. I said the truth. All righty, kids, it's the magic time. 2 hours and 15 minutes in, and our frog turkey is the first one done. All right, so if we're wondering about these things to know, the frog turkey cooked quicker than the others. So the best way to handle these things is with a pizza peel. Look at that baby. You can see where the other turkey was on top of the wing, but other than that, that looks pretty darn nice. And there we go. Gobble, gobble, baby. Turkey number 2 is ready. Spatchcock, ready to go. And this one took about 15 minutes longer than the frog turkey. Look at that gorgeous color. So tender, the legs are already falling off. Look at that baby. Woo! And here we are 40 minutes later, and the final one is done. Look at that bird. Is that pretty or what? Now remember, there is no skin on that bird. It has no skin in the game. And now, ladies and gentlemen, comes my favorite time of the video, tasting time. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut the breast off of each one in order that they were done. So I'm gonna start with the frog turkey. Bring it right over. I'm just gonna cut right down the middle, okay? And look at that, boom. Instant breast. It's so moist, it's glistening juices. So that's the frog turkey. Next victim, spatchcock. We're gonna do the same thing. We're just gonna cut the breast off of each one so we have something to compare them to. Oh, this is beautiful. And voila. Breast number 2. Again, so moist and so juicy. I don't know if you can see it glistening or not. There's so much moisture to this. Woo, it's still hot. Look at that. There is no skin on this turkey whatsoever. And it's starting to rain. So let's do this quickly. Same thing, just gonna cut the breast right off. Now we have another beautiful breast. Frog chicken. Nice, you can almost kind of see the pinkish around the outside. It's got almost a little smoke ring. It is so moist. It's just beautiful. Oh my God, that one was so good. So it's starting to rain again, so we're gonna go really fast here, folks, okay? This one is the spatchcock. First one was frog, this one's spatchcock. Taste time. Wow, wow. I think that one might even be juicier. And here we have our skinless bird. Skinless, I tell you. The skin doesn't come off, all right? That's the beautiful part about this. When you do it like this, the entire bite, you have seasonings on every bite that just don't go away. And here we go. Ooh. That's a lot to give thanks for right there. I can't decide which one's best. They're all, I mean, they all cook side by side. They're all fantastic. They're all juicy. Frog chicken was done first. Spatchcock took about 15 minutes longer than that. And then the full-on bird took probably maybe 20 minutes longer than that. So if you're gonna go by time, there you have it. You know which ones go quicker. So it's Thanksgiving time, okay? Let's take a second and think about this. Remember to give thanks for what you're grateful for, okay? Gratitude is the attitude out there, and this is the holiday to celebrate that. Let the people around you know you love them, okay? It's real important, man. Show some gratitude, show some love to the ones you love, okay? Anyway, that's all I've got. Remember to hit that subscribe button, all right? Give us a thumbs up and leave us a comment down below. Don't forget about the giveaway. Remember to get out and grill, and I'll see you the next time on the FOGO Life. Captain Ron, out.